Welcome to underneath my desk. It's been a while. The last video I made, I was talking about how I was gonna make this amazing game, super awesome, cool multiplayer game in Unity. Had this thing since 2011 and its time has finally come. This graphics card fried. The motherboard is also fried. No more game videos for a while. Yes, I know, on a scale of 1 to Justin Bieber, I need a haircut. Anyways, today's video is gonna be a little bit different. It's gonna be more of like a question and answer session. So I got an email with a question from Nate. Nate says, "Hey Josh, just recently graduated from a coding boot camp. He found out that he really likes this realm, coding, tech, computer science, more than he thought, and he's been deciding if he should start his career or just go straight to school. He says he knows he may not need a degree for his level of expertise, but he's not sure if he wants to make a lateral move later on in his career or move to a certain subfield, or if he works in the field long enough, everything will require a degree. He wants to work at a small to medium level size companies, and he was wondering what I think that he should do." Maybe we should move from like underneath my computer desk. I was doing some baking. Okay, YouTube. Welcome to my kitchen. Basically, there's a few avenues you can go down. You could try and find a company that's willing to pay for your tuition to go to school, but the problem with that is that it's going to be a larger company, and he wants to work for smaller to medium-sized companies. Larger companies are going to have the budget to pay your tuition, and you could go to night school or to an online school, or maybe they'd even have flex time for you to go, and they could reimburse you for that as long as you're making good grades. Another option is you could just go straight into your career, because this is my opinion and from my experience. So what you have to spend to go to college to get a computer science degree for most people is not worth the value that you get out of it. So you go to school for 4 years and you get a degree that says you understand fundamental concepts of computer science. But the problem with that is that college is all self-taught. When you're in an auditorium full of 400 students doing chemistry, you're teaching yourself. That teacher is just basically putting his PowerPoint, and you're the one that has to go home and remember it and reteach it to yourself, or you get with a group of people and teach it to yourself. So there's nothing in computer science that you can't teach yourself or learn from someone that's not in an academic environment. So when you're a student in class, you reference the teacher to make sure you're understanding the material right. If you were to go straight into your career, most likely your coworkers are going to have computer science degrees. You could always reference them to make sure that you're understanding the material. And since he has already completed a code boot camp, I feel like he would sit there and maybe resent the teacher. He's going to be sitting in a computer science degree being like, we wouldn't use this at work. He mentioned to me in a later email after we were talking for a bit that he has been in the Army and that he would get the GI Bill and they would cover that. If you have a way to go to school in the US and get a computer science degree, then do it if you can do it cheaply, right? A computer science degree is not going to hurt you. It's going to definitely check the box. Okay, so one of my bosses has a degree in mathematics. I guess that helps you in computer science, but his degree in math, but he was the CTO of a startup. Other boss had a degree in manufacturing engineering. He was the CTO of a startup. And then my most recent boss was in the Air Force. So the degree doesn't make or break you. Get ready for this, okay? What I'm gonna talk about next might make you think, put on your little tinfoil hat here, because here we go. It's my opinion that in the future, education will inflate. So if you look back 30 years ago, you needed a high school degree to get a job, and then you needed an associate's to get that same job, and then a bachelor's to get that same job, and then a master's degree to get that, and then probably at some point in the future, even a PhD to get that same job. Now, I know that's kind of a stretch, but that will take. When you were a kid, your parents told you to go to college so that you would have an opportunity to get a good job and have a nice, comfortable life and all that stuff. But everyone else did that was in your class. And so that inherently brings your value of your degree down unless it's one of the harder ones, so to speak. Once you get to the point where it's like, we require a PhD for you to get this account manager job, it's like, what's the point of having to spend 8 years of your life and spend all that time and money? It's just, the education bubble is going to pop at some point, and you can kind of see signs of this in the alternative schools that are kind of these boot camps that have been popping up everywhere, right? They're giving you skills that you can go ahead and use and go straight to work and learn more as you work. And I'm pretty sure the so-called maybe like trade schools will start coming back, like apprentice machining, junior, all the way up to master machinist. Those kinds of jobs are starting to come back, right? Because not everyone needs to have the fundamentals of whatever your degree is to be able to do the job, right? It shows that you can learn, but there are other ways to prove to someone that you know how to learn or know how to commit to something for any length of time. Okay, that's my rant. Hopefully this video helped you guys. Maybe can steer you in the right direction. These are just my opinions. I've done both, worked at a few different jobs. I'm working my way up through those ranks, just like you guys are. So if you have any questions, you can leave them at my email, jfluke717@gmail.com. Go ahead and send them over. I'll do more videos of like this. This is a pretty fun video. I enjoyed talking with you, Nate. Nate, thanks for sending me the email. If you'll excuse me, I have to get ready to watch Game of Thrones tonight and edit this video.